TGC Requiem here. We are playing Death Shadow Jund, hoping to run into a tier 1 or 2 deck that is not burn. I think this is keepable. We can definitely just use Traverse to go get our second land if needed. Yeah, I'm definitely good with this here. I think we're definitely going black-green. However, if we go black-green, well, I guess we just, yeah. Yep, we're good with that. Traverse for a black will be fine. So, Overgrown Tomb. Take a look at what our opponent's working with. Okay. Emiria Control. Path's annoying. We're not there yet. Wall of Omens is the problem for now. Felidar Guardian. Interesting. A little spice here. Maybe some Jeskai Copycat. So we know our opponent had a Path, a Hussar, and a Sun Titan, an Island, a Ghost Quarter. Yep, so it looks like we're getting Jeskai Copycat, so hopefully I can get a good little matchup going on here. Beautiful. So here comes the Hussar. So look at the top three, put one of them in his hand and the rest on the bottom of his library. And doesn't have to sacrifice it because he used white to help cast it. Opponent pitched the Sun Titan. Has played his island and his Ghost Quarter, so we really only know about the Path left in his hand. I'm sorry, and the Felidar Guardian. We're going to pitch a Death Shadow here, as we can always come back and get it with come back and pick one back up with a Kolaghan's Command later. So good at Wall of Omens. I actually was expecting a path there. Maybe he still has access to white mana. No, he's just not stressing about it. Get another Death Shadow. Maybe Remand? No. So I'm thinking this is going to be... Okay, so this is the Felidar Guardian. Flicker in the Wall of Omens. And then Hussar presumably is going to attack Lily here. So it actually blocks with the Felidar Guardian. That actually makes me pretty happy. We're just gonna uptick, discard the bauble. He discards a path. So he's got to be sitting pretty. Not worried about casting the path because he's working towards his combo. So here comes Saheeli. Nope, another Felidar. Okay. Just buying time. Fortunately, the interaction we have here doesn't do a whole lot against him. So it keeps the Felidar Guardian, so we're probably going to get comboed out here. But at least we can get our Death Shadow down. And ideally, protect Liliana. If we can ultimate Liliana, break up his mana base. So he's going to path here. So that tells me no path. Alright, what's going on? Going to Restoration Angel? Oh, it's his turn. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking this was my end step. I guess he is technically safe to attack into the Liliana. I can't trade with either of his creatures or kill off either of his creatures. Oh my god. I hate myself. Could have played the foothills and put pressure on with the shadow to trade. I mean, I definitely need to kill the Hussar here. So I think he did that knowing he had a Hussar. No. He's got to have Saheeli, right? If he had, I feel like if he had Saheeli, he wouldn't necessarily be cracking his fetch there. But we have the ability now with Death's Shadow. Here she comes. Sphinx's Revelation? Sun Titan. Okay. Bring back a Wall of Omens. So he's going to get a choice to keep his Sun Titan and maybe everything else. So either way, there's two creatures. He can keep a Sun Titan or a Felidar Guardian. We don't want him to have red and blue in the same pile. I think those are two good piles. He has to chump block with both creatures, in either pile. So he keeps the Felidar Guardian. We're going to go to combat. Alright, and so we get game 1. Definitely want Scavenging Ooze. Bitter Blossom could be really good in a match like this. Fulminator Mage. Possibly Fatal Push. Fatal Push and Liliana actually might be better. You know, Fulminator Mage is just considering, you know, trying to keep him off certain colors of mana. I don't know if that's necessarily the best route with what we've seen. Tarfire I don't really think does a whole lot. I could see maybe a Miser's copy, but I don't even know if that's worth it. All of those should be good. It's possible we just don't need Battle Rage here. Really try and grind this out more. It's going to be a grindier match. And since we're going to be bringing in the Bitter Blossom, maybe we cut a Street Wraith. Maybe a Collective Brutality as well. Brutality is a little weaker here. I'm actually okay keeping this on the draw. We have interaction. Baubles will allow us to turn on our Fatal Pushes, so we don't have to use them all right away. We're on the draw, but the Baubles also give us the ability to try and draw extra cards if we need to for mana. Knowing that there's another Bauble, I'm going to draw 2, take a peek at our opponent's top card. So knowing that's a Death Shadow, we're going to crack this because we would rather draw a land. This gives us 2 shots at land. Looks like our opponent is probably going to Mana Leak or Remand this, negate possibly. Probably has a fairly weak hand. Here we go. This is going to allow us to get Tarmogoyf down, hopefully. And the path is fine, because third land gets us to Liliana. Verdict, Felidar Guardian. Probably flipping that up, maybe holding a Dispel. Spell Pierce for Liliana. He could actually, if he has Saheeli, he could win right here. Tap the Emeria for mana, use Ghost Quarter on it to go get an a mountain, or he just has Sacred Foundry. So since he's not blocking, he might as well attack, I think. That's his thought process. Stubborn Denial. And I will pay 1 for that. Alright, so go to combat. Attack for 5. Fortunately, we can't cast any of our cards. Saheeli, come on. Alright, so we can deal with Wall of Omens. We can even deal with 2 Wall of Omens. However, would it be better to get Bitter Blossom going? That allows us to get a Death Shadow down. I think so. We also could kill one of our own Bitter Blossom tokens to kill the Felidar Guardian next turn. Of course, he's going to turn that into a Tarmogoyf, so we're going to have to just kill that. No, he's going for Wall of Omens. He's hard up on trying to get this combo, which, I mean, makes sense. That's his most likely route to victory right now. Fetch land here would be just perfect. Definitely think we go the route of after we kill the wall. So we can actually cast Death Shadow now, though whether or not we do is dependent upon drawing a mana source. Okay. What do we got going on here? Restoration Angel, perhaps? Okay, so he's going to return the Phantasmal Image, turn it into a Tarmogoyf, presumably. Block. But we have Kolaghan's Command to kill that. Post-combat. So we'll make him discard a card. Kill his Tarmogoyf off. He has to discard a Flicker Wisp. Well, that is good for us. Supreme Verdict could still be somewhat problematic. Saheeli. There's one piece of the combo. Just going to create a copy of the Wall of Omens to draw a card. So we're probably going to have to use Kolaghan's Command here to kill Saheeli now. It's kind of funny, our opponent doesn't realize, but they could be ghost quartering us out of this game. So since he can't downtick this turn, I'm actually... I think Liliana, the Last Hope, is our other chance. Well, our tokens. All right, let's just start by going to combat here. Okay, so we're definitely gonna fire off the Kolaghan's Command now. Target player discards a card. Yep, so we're gonna do 2 damage here, cancel. Target player discards a card, 2 damage here. We're going to discard a Liliana, which will make our Tarmogoyf a little bit bigger. We're going to redirect the damage to Saheeli. Going to play down our Death Shadow. And if he Ghost Quarters us again, we do have Tarmogoyf, but the Lilianas are going to be off the board unless we draw another fetch. Short of him drawing a Supreme Verdict here, that should be game, and we win the match. Well, that was fun. A little bit different. Jeskai Saheeli versus Death Shadow Jund. I got the match 2-0. I think he could have done some work, especially considering I was a little tight on mana. On 2 to 3 mana, he could have started using those Ghost Quarters. If he knew the Death Shadow Jund deck list well, knowing that we only had 2 basics, he could have targeted the Overgrown Tomb and then the Swamp and really just locked us out pretty hard, pretty early. Anywho, that's the match.